I just want to say I appreciate the friends that I do have. And thank you all. I love you. This video is not easy for me. Honest to God, I feel like crying. This video is made because I had a guy for about almost 2 years. Well, not even 2 years, a little over a year, that was taking care of me. And his name was Justin Mutombo. He seemed too good to be true because, first of all, I want to tell you, so many people took advantage of me, abused me, to the point where I feel like I want to cry. I still cry to this day because I know that my situation could be a lot worse, and I'm not disputing that, but also the things that people get away with when somebody can't walk. And I mean, not just not to be able, see, my friends get it twisted when I say not being able to walk, and they compare me to a lot of different other things. I literally can't walk, where I need somebody physically to get me out of the bed. I can't use the bathroom without somebody helping me. I can't shower without somebody helping me. Like, it's really a tough situation. And a lot of times, aides would be like, oh, shit today, or shit tomorrow, or just shit in the bed, or I'll throw a diaper on you. Like, or I have had sores on me or very itchy because somebody didn't clean me right, or somebody didn't want to clean me right. So just because you see somebody in a chair, there's different disabilities to everyone. With that being said, I met Justin and he was perfect. He had experience. He came here at a very young age, and he told me about some of his family members. Now, over time, I started noticing little quirks about him. Don't get me wrong, I loved him, my family loved him. Honestly, now looking at retrospect and the way he is now, I don't know if his feelings was reciprocal or not, but I just, now that I look at it, he's really phony, funny. Not funny, ha, but funny and two-faced. And the whole thing about it is that it breaks my heart because I really did love the guy as a brother. And I thought he cared about me too. I started noticing little things like people would say, let me say hi to Justin, and he wouldn't get on the phone. I started noticing that he was making excuses why he couldn't clean. He would tell me he would take me anywhere and then complain about it afterwards. He tried to take away my wrestling. He said that he wasn't going to carry stuff to signings, but yet he found his ass found his way to the bar. What he don't understand is I don't have much that makes me happy. I don't see my family. I don't have a plethora of friends. Even though I'm grateful for the ones that I have, I really truly am. Especially in an instance like this, I'm damn sure glad that I have the friends that I have, because look at the shit that I gotta deal with. You know, he wanted me to do things his way, but yet he wouldn't like somebody to do things, for somebody to tell him to do things the way somebody wanted. I'm no judge in women because I don't have luck in that aspect, but maybe this is why he went through two failed relationships, because he's just so selfish. There was an aide that I had before him that was really horrible, that my friend Mike told me, if you they need to start bringing you more stronger, beefier guys, because if you fall down or if an accident happens, how are they gonna pick you up? Well, I had this guy from Ghana that told something about said something to me about my recently deceased grandmother, and it really pissed me off. And I shared that with Justin, and then Justin brought it up one day and started laughing. The one thing I hate about Justin is, even when my friends confronted him with personal stuff that they were going through, he would laugh at people, and that's not cool. That's one thing. Like, there's a lot of things about him that I didn't understand. He was an army guy, but he's not disciplined. He couldn't even make a 1 o'clock, 11 o'clock appointment, which we had to struggle up and down the stairs on a holiday in the subway because he missed the accessory. And he would, his tardiness is bad. He laughs in people's face. So what kind of hell of a discipline? Man, it means to tell me that the US Army, God forgive me, will just let anybody in there. And and you know, he was just so selfish. And then, I looked at him as a brother and a friend, and I would talk to him, and he would be on the phone as I'm talking to him, and then he would call me a girl. He would say I'm acting gay, but yet he giggled more than a girl. And the way he sat down on his phone looked like Judy Jetson. So, but the whole thing about, and then another thing about him is, he does the whole he said, she said stuff. And I hate that. You're a man. You're not a 15-year-old girl. He said and she said and we said and they said. I hate that. I tell him, don't tell me what other people say, because then I will look at that person different. Let that person tell me, or let me find out on my own. Unless I'm in danger, don't 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 do it. Just don't do it. And he would bring up things that would upset me, and he wouldn't understand that I have I'm spastic, which means my muscles tense up. And believe it or not, the physical disability did affect me emotionally. So certain subjects are bad to bring up in certain times. You know, one time when I got my apartment, I swear when it rains, it pours. Things happen at the most weirdest time. Sorry. My mom and stepdad took away my disability check, and I don't even get a fraction of what I was getting. Right in the time where I got my dream place, my apartment. And around the same time, my brother cock blocked me from getting the job that I'm currently at because he just wanted to be a dick. So not only was I getting money, wasn't getting money from the government, but I couldn't even earn my own money. So basically, what I was living off of, what my family give me, and what my grandpa would slip to me. Look, I don't even know how long I'm gonna stay in that job, but however God bless me, I will stay there. Let him at least bless me with a few more years there in the movie theater. I love Regal. And then I'll do my own little small little business on the side. Whether it be YouTube, whether it be collecting, whether it be public speaking, whatever it will be, whether it be drawing, whether it be, making articles, whatever. But anyway, um, he knew that I was struggling for money, and he knew that I had problems, that people abused me, and he would still laugh at me and get up my nerves, and he thought that was funny. Like he didn't know how physically and mentally he was affecting me. Especially it hurts because I looked at him as a friend. One time I went to go pick up money from my granddad, and my aunt was acting, a little funny. And I started yelling and crying in the street. And the next day, like an idiot, I swear, Justin has a screw missing. He doesn't behave like a grown man, and he doesn't rationalize, and he doesn't really think things through, to be honest. And this is not even a diss. He told me the next time, don't put him in that position. Motherfucker, I'm not putting you in any position. I don't have money, and half the time my fridge is half empty. So what do you want me to do? I had to cry in the middle of the street. Just I pray that, you don't wish nothing on nobody, but you know what? He makes fun of a lot of people. I wish one day he know what it's like to be my fucking condition or anybody's condition. There were one day I was pushing myself through the doorway and he started laughing at me. One hand is like basically done for, but I cover it up pretty well. The straw that broke the camel's back was my insurance didn't get along with the ISS that paid for my apartment. They screwed up because I had both companies for over a year. So basically, long story short, the agency did the coward thing and called me on my cell phone with a block number, told me to pass it to my aide, and told the aide to leave a quadriplegic with cerebral palsy and walk out on him. Now, this is where I have no respect for Justin because he was telling everybody his agency did me wrong. Then, later on, he says that they did the right thing. And then he says this. And then he says that my family agreed they were paying him out of pocket. He agreed for a certain amount. Then he started complaining about it. But he was living off me for free because he was eating my food, boozing downstairs in the bar. So what was he doing? You know? And the amount of money that he would booze up when we would go out, that's beyond somebody's rent. you know, and then he would call up my friends and tell my friends that I needed help. But he was a friend of mine too. He could have talked to me and consoled me. It seemed like this guy just didn't want to be bothered. That's the whole thing. He just didn't want to be bothered. And then he would tell me things that my friends would say, twist and turn it out of content to make himself look good. And then I feel like he threw me towards my friends because he just didn't want to deal with me. There was one time one of the chefs in the complex wanted to kick his behind because he laughed at one of the chefs and he took the pizza right off the person's plate. He was a little inebriated. He told me that I curse too much, but this guy's such a damn hypocrite when it comes to religion. This is why I say I'm not religious, man. He can curse like a sailor and say the worst things ever. Just a two-faced person. And I told him my insurance was planning something, or I knew the agency was gonna do me wrong. And he didn't see it. He didn't listen to me. Then when it all came said and done, he acted like he knew it all along. And then he told me if it wasn't for him, I would have lost my place and been back in the nursing home. So all that stuff that you give me props and you give me credit for my disability and you say I have a future and don't let the disability stop you. You just sent disabled people back 30, 40 years, brother, by telling me that I could have wound up back in the nursing home. You know, I really Belinda bumped into you and you acted like you were my best friend. Belinda bumped into you and you said you're visiting me. I don't need your visit, dude. I don't need it. I don't care what kind of religion about God. You're the type of people the Bible says to stay away from. I don't want nothing to do with you. For me, I think you're two-faced. You laugh at people. There were times where accessorized people would call me and humiliate me and yell at me. Government people, social workers, doctors, and he would just sit there and laugh. His favorite little punk ass little phrase is, I was listening and I was dying. That's another thing. He likes to be in people's business. He asked me why I wanted to text my aunt at 1 in the morning. Mind yours. Really mind your business. Really, really. He laughed at everybody. My friends would call him about relationship issues, and he would just laugh at them. He likes to make everybody think he's such this great person, and he gives you a fake ass little innocent smile. A lot of times he would show up for work late. The guy would wind up leaving me and piss and all kind of awkward situation on the commode where my ass was hard. And then he come in with a little innocent little face. Some army guy. Really. The straw that broke the camel's back, there was a girl that really liked me. And then she turned out to be funny because the friend really was racist against colored people and apparently disabled people. So she dropped me like a bad habit. First of all, she used me to begin with because I was kind of desperate to have somebody in my life because of my age. And honestly, she was a really cool person. And I miss the time we have, and I still do, and I can't believe things went wrong. I'm really lonely at times. I gotta be honest. He knew how bad the friend messed up me and my friend's relationship. And he left me doing my homework and went across the street and joined them in a party because they offered him wine. So he used to say he got my back because I'm his boy. He cares about me, I'm his buddy. And then he go fraternizing with somebody that made me cry and treated me bad. So, Justin, one of these days I know you'll see this. Please don't contact me because I really don't want nothing to do with you. And why did you have to be this way? I thought the world of you, man. And all you did was laugh at my face. I know you're probably telling somebody stories about me and joking. Don't laugh at anybody, man, because in this earth, nothing is guaranteed. You don't know what's going to happen to you. So continue to just be dying inside and do that little tickle me Elmo laugh, because you never know what will happen. As for my real friends, God bless you, and I wish you guys nothing but the best. As far as the fake ones, they could go to hell and stay away from me.